Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to another session of Qur'anic Arabic Recitation with Tajweed Rules. In this session, we will study these words on page number 12 of Al-Qaida Nuraniya. And this slide is just a reminder for transliteration purposes. So we are revisiting some of the principles that we have studied before. So the first one is we need to know the knowledge. We need to have the knowledge of articulation points for each letter. The second one is we need to know the characteristics of each letter, sifat of each letter. We have studied only a few of them so far, but we will study the rest in advanced level. The third one is the knowledge of rules attached to individual letter because of its position in a word or words. The fourth one is exercising the tongue and a lot of repetition. So if we are given, for example, we are given a word and we have to apply these steps to make our reading or recitation easy. So the first one is recognizing individual letter. So if we go to here, so individual, the first one is alif, second one is hamza, third one is ba, and next one is dal. And the final one is alif. So we recognized individual letters, step 1. In step 2, we recognize the harakat that are used. So the harakat would be, or the signs would be here. That's fatha, fatha, fathatain. So we recognize the harakat. And the next one is we have to recognize if the letters, which letters are silent and which aren't. Let's change the color. Okay, let's see. So if we see here, alif, this is silent, and this one is not. Ba is not silent, dal is not silent, and alif is silent. So alif is silent, hamza is not silent, ba is not silent, dal is not silent, and alif is silent. So we recognize those ones. And the next one is we apply the rules that attach to individual letter. We will study that in advanced level. Apply the correct sifat. So we have studied only a few of them. One of them would be if the letter is heavy or light. So we apply those rules, and the rest we will study in advanced level. The next one is pronouncing each letter from its correct makhraj, articulation point. And the other one we can add is we count how many syllables are there. For example, here is a, 1, ba, 2, den. So there are 3 syllables in this word. So if we manage to implement these steps correctly, then our reading and recitation will be very easy. These are not fixed rules you can add or subtract to it. These are just general guidelines for recitation or reading the Arabic. So the first word we have is wasatan, and it has 3 syllables. So the first syllable we have is waw fatha wa. Waw is not a silent, and we have fatha. Waw fatha wa. Waw fatha wa. The second syllable we have is sin fatha sa, and sin is not silent, and we have fatha. Sin fatha sa, sin fatha sa. So now we combine these 2 syllables. We have wasa, 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 wasa. The third syllable we have is ta fathatain ton. Ta is not silent, and we have fathatain. Ta fathatain ton, ta fathatain ton. So now we combine these 3 syllables. We have wasatan, 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 wasatan. The next word we have is tabaqin, and it has 3 syllables. The first syllable we have is ta fatha ta, and ta is not silent, and we have fatha. Ta fatha ta, ta fatha ta. The second syllable we have is ba fatha ba. Ba is not silent, and we have fatha. Ba fatha ba, ba fatha ba. And now we combine these 2 syllables. We have taba, 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 taba. The third syllable we have is qaf kasratain qin, and qaf is not silent, and we have kasratain. قاف كسرتين قن قاف كسرتين قن. So now we combine these three syllables. We have طبق 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 طبق. The next word we have is طبقا, and it has three syllables. The first syllable we have is طا فتحة طا. طا is not silent, and we have فتحة. طا فتحة طا. طا فتحة طا. The next syllable we have is با فتحة با. Ba is not silent, and we have ba فتحة on top of it. با فتحة با. با فتحة با. So now we combine these two syllables. We have طابة 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 طابة. The third syllable we have is قاف فتحتين قن, and here alif is silent, so we just put only قاف فتحتين قن. قاف فتحتين قن قاف فتحتين قن. Now we combine these three syllables. We have طابقا 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 طابقا. So the next three slides would be spellings only, without spellings, and sounds only. وسط 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 وسط. طبق 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 طبق. طبقا 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 طبقا. So this is the end of this session. We will practice those three words 10 times in next session, inshallah. We will see you in next session. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.